Howdy, and welcome back to another episode of Take Courage. This is the second episode of Take Courage. And in the first episode, I was telling you guys, or kind of just like welcome you into the space and the goal of this channel. And then in this second episode, I want to tell you guys a little bit about why I've started this channel. Because if you know me personally, you would know that I don't post online. I have zero online presence. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, and you name it, I'm not on it. I'm not on it. Well, actually, I am on Facebook, but I never post. Like, that's the point. Is like, I don't have an online presence. And so this is a big step for me to be able to start making these videos and start putting them online. And I want to tell you a little bit why and about the psychology, some of the psychology behind it. Because I don't like posting online, but I'm the president here at Vida Counseling. And again, we provide therapy services here in Woodland, California, and we have some amazing clinicians. And as the president of Vida Counseling, it's also my responsibility to be marketing the business and to let people know that we're here and that we have wonderful, amazing clinicians who want to serve their community in this capacity as therapists. And one of those things is having an online presence. So here I am doing it because I believe in therapy. I believe in the clinicians. I can't tell you guys enough about how much I love all of the amazing clinicians that we have here at Vida Counseling. And I want and then believe in this company to be able to really serve serve our community in a real purpose here. And so there's a clear reason for why I'm doing this. And it really, again, it gives me real hope because I know the power of therapy and how much hope it can give to people's lives. And that is a big motivator. And part of what I want to talk about in terms of the psychology today is noting the fact that hope is a huge factor when it comes to actually taking courage and taking action. We often talk about, or people often talk about, motivation and having a lack of motivation and just needing more motivation. And something that I tell a lot to my clients is that the hard thing about motivation is that it comes and goes. And the other thing that's important to understand about motivation is that you hardly ever start something hard with motivation first. You usually have to start that behavior and then you feel more motivated to do it. Kind of like when you're dreading going to the gym, you somehow manage to drag your butt to get into the gym and start moving your body. And then you kind of start enjoying it a little bit more. Maybe enjoying / hating it, but you're doing it. You feel actually more motivated to do it while you're doing it. And so one of the hard things about focusing on having motivation is that you never usually start with motivation and then behavior. You usually have to start the behavior and then motivation follows. Hope is such a much more powerful moving agent in our life to get us to start moving. And again, the hope and the trust that I have in our clinicians here at Vida is my hope. It's again, that's why I'm moving. So that's why I started this channel. But again, I don't have an online presence, and posting these videos for me just feels so embarrassing and so cringy. It just is, again, so outside of my comfort zone to be doing this, which is another really interesting psychological effect. And it's called the spotlight effect. The idea behind the term spotlight effect is just that we are all very self-referencing. We have this idea, right, that everyone is going to notice when I trip and fall and look like a fool. Everyone's going to notice the ginormous pimple on my face. Everyone's going to notice this, that, or the other, and whatever insecurity that we might have. And the truth is that everyone walks around pretty worried about their own insecurities and whatever drama and whatever problems and whatever challenges they have in their own life. They're really not that worried about you. They're worried about themselves. And we are the center and the main character of all of the stories that live in our heads. And so we falsely assume that everyone also will like see me and see all of the small things I do and judge me as hard or equally as hard as I judge myself. And it can go in the reverse too, in terms of sometimes you're like, oh, everyone's gonna notice that I blah, blah, blah. And like no one is maybe quite as excited about that or really notices the amazing haircut or whatever as much as you notice those things. And the spotlight effect, because we kind of overblow in our heads how much we perceive everyone else is going to see my shortcomings or my insecurities or whatever, it then keeps us from doing whatever it is that we want to challenge ourselves to do, to go ahead and just like try something, like go for it, because no one else is going to judge you as hard as you judge yourself. And probably no one is going to notice whatever minuscule thing that in your head feels really big. In their head, no one else notices it. They have their own drama and their own thing in their head going on. They're not going to notice what it is about you as much as you think they do, or that they will. And if they do notice it, right? Like if someone makes a joke at my expense doing this video, it's a small part of their world. It's a small part of their world. Like they might notice it, think of it, maybe even laugh of it for a little bit, and then they move on. They move on to whatever the next thing is in their life. It is such a small part of other people's world, this big thing that we have in our head. And as a therapist, it's interesting sometimes, like when we're talking about these things with clients, because I always tell my clients it's one thing to talk about things, and then it's a whole nother thing to actually do things, to actually have to live it, right? One thing is to talk about it. The other thing is to now live it. And so this is me kind of putting my money where my mouth is type of deal, in the sense that if I know these things, if I know that I have a strong motivation of something that I know really means something to me that is worth doing, and if I also know that the spotlight effect means that like this feels so cringy to me, but it probably doesn't feel as cringy to anyone else as much as it does to me, that small part of the world shouldn't keep me then from taking action to do something that actually really feels meaningful and value-based to me and in my own life, that again really means something to me. And when you have insight but no action, that insight is basically worthless, honestly. Insight that leads to no new action, no new behavior is interesting, but it doesn't have a whole lot of value. Insight that leads to behavior or change in your behavior that is value-based and meaningful, then that makes the insight meaningful. And so here I am. I'm doing it. I'm posting these videos, and I want to encourage you, because maybe there's something that you want to do, something that you want to try, a new idea, a new adventure, a new challenge in front of you that you want to take on, but you're holding yourself back, you're slowing yourself down because you are worried about what other people are going to think about that. And I want to encourage you to think about what is the reason that it gives you hope, motivate, like what's the why for why you want to do that. And please remember that hardly anyone else feels as embarrassed about whatever it is that you're thinking about as much as you do. Okay? Don't worry about it. It is a small part of everyone else's world. If there's something that feels meaningful and valuable to you, go do it. Go do it. So that's it. That's it for today. So adelante, mi gente. Take courage, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Badoop. Oh my goodness, again.